Good morning, church, and welcome to our 9th in our series on Daniel. I hope you've been enjoying it and you haven't lost all hope after last time's video. Daniel chapter 9 is a simpler one again. It is a prayer from Daniel. Daniel has found out that the desolation in Jerusalem is going to last 70 years and it is going to be horrific and difficult. So he takes the opportunity to bring prayer to God on behalf of himself and all of the people in that area so that they might escape from some of this desolation. And it made me think of the way that I pray. When things are going really badly and everything just seems to be imploding in life, and sometimes at a time when I don't feel I've done anything, when I've been doing all of the right things, I sometimes get to the point where I think, God, this isn't fair. I'm praying and I'm reading my Bible and I'm helping people and I'm trying to do your work, and still things are going wrong and you're not putting them right. That's not what Daniel's prayer is like. When Daniel prays to God, he says, God, we have messed up. We have sinned. You are great and glorious and we're the ones in the wrong. But God, look at this situation. God, you are glorious and this deserves to happen. But please look at this situation. Daniel never thinks that what he deserves is based on how he's spending his time. I think he has an understanding of how insignificant our actions are in comparison to the actions of God. There isn't anything that we can do or offer God that puts him in our debt. And that's something that I really need to make sure I remember. God doesn't owe us answers. He doesn't owe us anything at all. He gives us things freely, and we receive them freely without cost. You can see in the current situation, some of the people who are suffering most are the doctors and the nurses who are freely giving up their time and their energy and their health to go and help others. Whilst those people who are flouting some of the rules are the ones who might stay healthy, who might be carriers of the disease but not feel the effects of it themselves. Our lives aren't made up based on our own actions. And sometimes we blame God for things, and as if somehow it's not okay that our lives aren't perfect. But the reality is that what we offer is totally negligible and insignificant. Our obedience still doesn't mount up to any value in comparison to what God has done for us. And that sounds really depressing, but the amazing thing is that in spite of that crazy difference between us and God and the value of what we've got to give, God considers us precious. He cares about our situation. The end of that chapter, the angel Gabriel comes and talks to Daniel. He says, yes, it's going to be horrible. He explains the visions to him because Daniel matters to God, because they've got this relationship, this friendship. Sometimes I feel a little bit like a cat with God, I forget about him. I'm a bit aloof like a cat would be, and then I purr and I bring him a dead mouse that I'm sure, I don't know any of you who've got cats, when the cat downstairs brings me a dead mouse, I don't want it. It's of no use to me. It's probably disease-ridden. I'm not going to eat it, and if the cat eats it, she will be sick everywhere. Sometimes, we feel like our offerings to God are a bit like that dead mouse. We feel so proud of them. But God's got much better food. He's got much better things there. But he cares for us like we care for, more so than we care for our pets. He loves us. He considers us precious and valuable to the extent that he sent Jesus, as we've just been remembering at Easter, to die for us and to save us. So this is really just a reminder, well, especially to myself at this time, of thinking about how I'm praying to God in a difficult time and remembering who God is and who I am in this situation. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.